The butterfly, one of God's most beautiful creations. Small and fragile, yet it carries a powerful story. The butterfly's journey reflects transformation. It's a symbol of resilience, hope, new life. For our missions partners like World Concern, the butterfly represents the way transformation happens. God at work through organizations like World Concern, through churches like ours, and through the communities we serve together. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken." When we work together, we're stronger. For more than a decade, Alderwood Community Church and Snohomish Community Church have been partnering with World Concern to pursue lasting change. Many of the communities we serve are some of the most remote in the world. Places where the roads end, places where conflict or isolation have left families without the resources they desperately need. These are the places where we believe the church is called. I have had the privilege of visiting all 3 of the villages.
So we are happy to receive you, our visitors. Been at the home. This is your home. This is the area.
Mayan, South Sudan, Lil Kuniani, Kenya, and now we're in our Mundry partnership back in South Sudan.
As our team traveled, I remember looking out my window and just seeing so many different people, seeing just the need that is everywhere.
We saw a kid, I don't know, maybe 5 years old, filling up a bucket to walk it back 5 miles away. And I'm thinking, there's a lot of dirt in that water. There's a lot of sickness there. It needs to be dealt with. There's so many things that we can do so inexpensively to cause their lives to be so much better. The goal here is to not throw a bunch of water at them. The goal here is not to even just throw a bunch of Bibles at them. It's to change their hearts and to have it change in a way that's transformational and in a way that will be passed down to the generations.
When I first visited Lil Kuniani, Kenya, one thing that really stood out to me about the transformation amongst the village was just the fact that it was well-rounded. We saw things like water being transformed and cleaned. Then we went and saw safety groups with women learning how to spend money wisely. We went to an education, VBS, and I think just seeing the different facets that World Concern focuses on was really awesome to see. Something I really loved about going to look at the women's savings group, we got to go with another team member who went on his 2nd trip. And so he was able to see the women 4 years later and kind of see the developments they'd made. And so it was really unique that we got to go see the fruits of that experience.
Transformational development is an approach that we use in World Concern to ignite a radical change in the community. The important thing is changing the mind of the community. If the mindset has been changed to look that the future belongs to us and we have to work for the future, you know that this community is changing.
It was amazing to go step into somebody else's culture and somebody else's church. And in this case, it was church under a tree. There was dancing and singing in other languages, and we could not talk to each other, but we could smile and we could acknowledge each other's presence and that we're brothers and sisters in Christ. So it's really powerful for me to go experience that.
My role in this was to go and take a look at some past work that's been done with World Concern over in the South Sudan area, but also to look at some prospective work that we were planning to do as well. I mean, South Sudan is a tough place. It's a hard place to live, and many organizations might pull out.
When we came in the community, we saw that there was no church, no school, no saving groups, but now we could see the school, the church, the community is taking up their own development. It's an indicator that the transformation that has occurred here, it is going to continue and it will be forever.
People were learning to read, they were learning how to grow sustainable crops, clean water, all the things that World Concern does. But it's all done with the dignity of understanding that we're all made in the image of God. And ultimately that opens doors to share the gospel about how Jesus came into this world. So I love that relational aspect of how World Concern brings about development. Over the years, we've seen what happens when this kind of partnership takes root. We've seen communities where families once struggled to find food and clean water, now thriving. Hope begins to replace despair. And when that happens, the impact lasts. It lasts for generations. It's the kind of transformation that reminds us why this work matters so much.
We're going to see new churches, new bodies of Christ, new believers, new hope established.
There was a young man named Peter Dang. He's a witch doctor. He had been adamantly opposing the people in the village who were turning to Jesus because, they're turning away from the ancestral religion. He had a dream, and Jesus visited him in that dream. And when the witch doctor came to Christ, people started to follow and started coming to Christ in droves.
In World Concern, one of the core values is Christ-centeredness. We enter the community through Christ, and we preach Christ. And when people accept Christ, we see that now we can be able to affect the other parts of the community.
God, communities, partners like World Concern, the church. When those pieces come together, transformation becomes possible. Together, we can impact a village that might otherwise be forgotten. Together, we can follow Jesus to the hard places. Together, we can bring lasting change. And just like the butterfly, something beautiful begins to take flight.
The church has a call to go to those who are lost and to those who don't know Jesus. And there are a lot of people in this world who haven't heard the good news of Jesus, haven't even felt the love of Jesus, whether that's through a meal, clean water, good education. We have the ability to help those people. And even from Linwood, Washington, we can give towards things around the world.